Welcome to the magical world of coding. Just like a magician uses spells to create amazing things, we use code to bring our ideas to life. Coding is a superpower that allows you to build websites, games, apps, and so much more. Today, we'll explore how coding is like casting spells with Python. Python is a language understood by computers, and it's known for being both powerful and easy to learn. We'll see how different coding concepts are like magical tools in a wizard's arsenal. Get ready to embark on an exciting journey where you'll transform from a curious beginner into a confident coder. Imagine you could cast a spell to make your chores disappear automatically. While loops in Python are like that, they let you repeat actions over and over, saving you time and effort. Think of a wizard chanting a spell to make objects levitate. They might repeat the incantation until the object reaches a certain height. Similarly, a while loop continues running a block of code as long as a specific condition remains true. Let's say you want to count from 1 to 10. Instead of writing print 1, print 2, and so on, we can use a while loop. We start by setting a variable, let's call it count, to 1. Then we use the while keyword, followed by our condition, count less than or equal to 10. Inside the loop, we print the value of count, and then increment it by 1. This way, the loop runs 10 times, printing each number from 1 to 10. As soon as count becomes 11, the condition is no longer true, and the loop gracefully ends. While loops are incredibly versatile. You can use them to repeat actions a specific number of times, like drawing multiple stars in a pattern. Or you can use them to keep a game running until a player reaches a certain score. Just as a wizard needs to be mindful of their magical energy, it's important to ensure your while loop has a clear stopping condition. Otherwise, it might run forever, like an enchanted object stuck in an endless loop. By mastering while loops, you gain the power of automation. You can instruct your computer to perform repetitive tasks efficiently and elegantly, freeing yourself to focus on more creative aspects of your coding journey. Remember, practice makes perfect, even in the world of coding magic. So experiment with while loops, try different conditions, and see what amazing things you can achieve with this powerful spell. What if you could create your own spells, tailored to perform specific tasks? That's exactly what functions allow you to do in Python. They're like reusable spells you design, giving your code structure and making it more magical. Think of a potion recipe. It lists specific ingredients and steps to create a desired effect. Similarly, a function in Python is a block of code that takes input, performs a series of actions, and often returns an output. Let's say you want to create a spell to double any number. You'd give this spell a name, perhaps double underscore the underscore number. Inside the function, you define the steps, take a number as input, multiply it by 2, and then return the result. Now, whenever you need to double a number, you simply call your double underscore the underscore number function, passing in the number you want to double. The function does the rest, magically returning the doubled value. Functions make your code more organized and reusable. Instead of writing the same code multiple times, you create a function once and call it whenever needed. It's like having a spellbook filled with custom spells for different tasks. Functions can also take multiple inputs, just like some spells require various ingredients. For instance, you could create a function to calculate the area of a rectangle, taking the length and width as inputs. By mastering functions, you become a coding alchemist, mixing and matching code blocks to create powerful and efficient spells. It's like having a magical workshop where you can experiment, invent, and build incredible things. So embrace the art of creating functions. Give them descriptive names, define their actions clearly, and watch as your coding becomes more organized, reusable, and truly magical. Sometimes you need a quick spell, something simple and efficient for a one-time task. That's where Lambda functions, Python's quick spells, come in handy. They're like compact, on-the-fly incantations for instant magic. Imagine a wizard conjuring a small flame with a flick of their wrist. They don't need a grand ritual, just a swift, focused spell. Lambda functions are similar, concise, anonymous functions defined in a single line of code. Let's say you want to square a number. you could write a regular function, but for this simple task, a lambda function is faster. You start with the keyword lambda, followed by the input, in this case a number, a colon, and then the expression to calculate the square, number asterisk number. You can assign this lambda function to a variable, like square underscore it, and then use it to square any number. It's like having a magical shortcut for a specific task. Lambda functions are particularly useful when you need a function as an argument for another function. For example, the map function applies a given function to each item in a list. Using a lambda function within map allows for elegant and efficient code. While regular functions are like named spells in your spellbook, lambda functions are like quick incantations you cast on the fly. They're not meant to be reused multiple times, but provide a powerful tool for concise and efficient coding. As you become more comfortable with Python, you'll find lambda functions increasingly useful. They add a touch of elegance and efficiency to your code, making you a more versatile and agile coder. So, don't be intimidated by their seemingly cryptic syntax. Embrace lambda functions as a valuable addition to your coding arsenal, ready to unleash quick spells and instant magic whenever needed. Every wizard needs a way to organize their ingredients, keeping them safe and accessible. In Python, arrays, also known as lists, serve as your magical bags, allowing you to store multiple items in an ordered collection. Imagine a bag with multiple compartments, each holding a different ingredient. Arrays in Python work similarly, allowing you to store different data types, such as numbers, strings, or even other arrays, in a specific order. Let's say you're making a fruit salad and want to keep track of the fruits you have. You can create an array called fruits and add items to it like apple, banana, orange. Each item in the array has an index starting from 0 so you can easily access them. You can access individual fruits using their index, modify them, add new fruits, or remove existing ones. Arrays are dynamic, meaning you can change their contents even after creating them. Arrays are like enchanted containers that expand and contract as needed. You can add or remove items, access them by their position, and even perform operations on the entire array. For example, you can use loops to iterate through each fruit in your fruits array, printing their names or checking if a specific fruit is present. Arrays and loops work together like magic, allowing you to process collections of data efficiently. By mastering arrays, you become a master organizer in the world of coding. You can store and manage collections of data, access them effortlessly, and manipulate them to achieve your desired outcomes. So embrace arrays as your trusty magical bags. Fill them with data, experiment with different operations, and unlock a whole new level of organization and efficiency in your coding adventures. Imagine having the power to create magical creatures, each with unique abilities and characteristics. In Python, classes and objects give you that very power, allowing you to define blueprints for creating complex and interactive entities. Think of a magical creature encyclopedia. Each page describes a different creature, outlining its traits, abilities, and behaviors. In Python, a class is like that encyclopedia page, defining the blueprint for a specific type of object. Let's say you want to create a dragon class. You'd define its attributes, such as name, color, and health points. You'd also define its methods, which are like the actions a dragon can perform, such as breathe_fire or fly. Once you have a class defined, you can create objects, which are instances of that class. Each object has its own unique set of attributes and can perform the actions defined by its class. For instance, you could create a dragon object named Sparky with the color red and 100 health points. You could then command Sparky to breathe_fire, reducing its health points and potentially affecting other objects in your code. Classes and objects introduce the concept of object-oriented programming, a powerful paradigm that makes your code more organized, reusable, and reflective of real-world entities. By mastering classes and objects, you become a coding demiurge, breathing life into your code with complex and interactive creations. It's like opening a portal to a world of limitless possibilities where your imagination is the only boundary. So, embrace the power of classes and objects. Design your own creatures, objects, and entities, each with unique attributes and abilities. Watch as your code transforms from lines of instructions into a vibrant tapestry of interacting objects, bringing your coding dreams to life. As we've explored the magical world of coding with Python, remember that each concept, from loops to classes, is like a spell waiting to be mastered. Coding is about creativity, problem solving, and bringing your ideas to life. Remember, coding is like learning spells. You can create anything you imagine. Whether it's a game, an app, or a website, your code has the power to make it real. The journey might seem daunting at first, but with each line of code you write, you gain more confidence and unlock new possibilities. Start your coding journey today and unlock your own magical powers. There are countless resources available online, from interactive tutorials to supportive communities. Embrace the challenge, don't be afraid to experiment, and most importantly, have fun as you embark on this exciting adventure.